Hi everyone, I am Lloyd Arzamala, so I will be discussing to you about the effort versus performance. There is evidence to suggest that there are educational benefits in setting students challenges, which require significant effort on the part of the learner rather than them being simple being able to do something or not. Many teachers make a point of rewarding the efforts made by the students who try hard to achieve. This can be problematic in the case of some young people in the contemporary school education where achievement is primarily measured through exam success. Adapting these themes, Rubens 1997 conducted qualitative research on links between outdoor education, adventure, learning, and SETI's finding in context through a comprehensive review of educational and psychological literature. He argued also that the current literature in motivation in learning suggests that the value of the mastery approach to learning and contrast narrow and broad views of adventure. When we say narrow adventure, it is the experiences are in essence activities which are in short in duration and focus on the high thrills but require little effort on the part of the students who take minimal responsibilities for his or her action in outdoor adventures activities like zip wires, ropes, courses, and abseiling may be cited as example. He contrasts with the broad adventure, which provides the converse, but most notably requires that students to take responsibility for their actions and sustain efforts. According to Rubens 1999, that makes a strong case that a broad adventure encourages a mastery approach to education, which leads to a willingness in students to take their responsibilities for their action in later life. Narrow adventures appears to have no such benefits. Let us proceed in facilitating learning through direct experience. As noted earlier, a good learning experience may involve a wide variety of learning opportunities. At times, one form of development may find more emphasis than others, but there is an often of the potential for intellectual, physical, emotional, aesthetic, and the spiritual development to take place. The mix will be vary from individual to individual and from to time to time. The teachers or instructor can take a number of roles in this process, and several of these are represented diagrammatically here. Then the students is represented as the prism and the experience as a beam of light. Then we have the role of the teachers or instructor can be considered as quality of the filter which becomes between the event and the students. Next, we have the education through direct experience, the role of the teacher. So number one rule, we have the role of the teacher's instructor. The student experiences that the event without any intermediary and some form of development will take place dependent upon the students interested in learning. And it is up to students to interpret the situation or not to bother. The number two, we have the teacher or instructor as the frosted glass. The light from the beam becomes a diffused by the influence of the teachers who select and separates out of information he wishes to pass on the students, and there is no direct experience, and there is the likelihood that the true nature of the experience will be so reduced by the teachers adopting these rules that its value and substantially reduced for the students. The number three, we have the teachers or instructor as filter. If the initial event is complex, it is possible that the teacher or instructor may be acting in a positive fashion by selecting the particular direct experience, the student's needs, and then focusing this for the attention for the students. The last role of the teachers is the teacher or instructor and the student share a common experience. In this case, both teacher or instructor and the students are represented as prisms. The experience it's gained from the event is separate, but there is room for comparison and subsequent greater understanding of both of the event and one another. Teachers or instructor and the students, we have a different previous experience, and it is likely that the teacher will give a greater range of experience to draw upon, and these are the set of alongside the new ones. The result is sharing of experience with subsequent development, and this will be probably be greater for the students as she or will be initially be less experienced. But however, as the students gains more shared and independent experience, there will be less need for the teachers or instructor to be involved or to interpret the experience. And also it is a worth nothing that the teachers also learns from this process.